Alright, what's going on everyone? It's Picky Choco, and in today's video I'm gonna be talking about some interesting new news. So I'll just mention some of those quickly. So a new updated info on Ayato, who's Ayaka's brother, new info about Baal and her possible weapon references, which is very interesting, new Goro info, new Ayaka and Magu Kenki news, and all new 1.7 updates. So basically tons of new news. But before getting into the video, I'd just like to ask, if you want to enter the 2 blessings giveaway, it's the topmost link in the description, and make sure to subscribe so that you won't miss on any latest news, updates and stuff related to Genshin like this. Alright, now that we're done talking, let's actually head into the video right now. Boom. Now the first thing that we'll talk about is the new Baal update that sort of gives us possible idea about her weapon references. So now without wasting any time, I'm just gonna pop off a screenshot and say along with it. Ah yes, now you might be wondering who are these uncles. So the uncles are the members of the Genshin beta community and possibly the data miners who sort of give out their speculations. So as mentioned in the previous videos, Baal is speculated to have a dual personality. She is also said to be a schizophrenic character who quickly switches between DPS and support in the combat. Now as for the weapon choices, initially the data miners have speculated her to be a polearm user, but now it's said to be a switch between polearm and sword. So to make the switch mechanism efficient, a new Naginata weapon might be introduced. Now if you didn't know about Naginata, it's basically an iconic pole weapon which was used by a famous female warrior belonging to the Japanese nobility. Now she is also speculated to be a fun to play character, so it will be very interesting to watch how miHoYo incorporates her mechanics into the game, and I'll be looking forward to it. Now moving on to new Ayato and Goro info. So recently it was speculated by some uncles, so I'll just pop off a screenshot. So recent data mines indicate that there have been a lot of title changes for both Ayato and Ayaka. As for now, there are no speculations of him being a playable character, which might change in the future. Although there was an idea of putting him as an NPC in Ayaka's house, it was later scrapped off by replacing Toma in his place, so there have been no renders of his possible appearances. Now this is sort of my own personal opinion that if they decide to introduce Ayato as a playable character, it would take a lot of time and won't be much sooner, as we already have a lineup of new amazing characters. But as for my personal guess, he might be seen as an NPC during the Inazuma DLC region, and that would make some sense to it. Now talking about new Goro updated info, so as I had mentioned in all my previous videos, this current speculation also points out that Goro might be a potential 5-star Geobo user. As for his character design, he's speculated to be a Shiba Inu and not a fox, and this might be evident from the paw pad like designs present on his neck. And to further back it up, a reference of Shiba Inus usually being the god of protection in the Japanese culture has also been provided, which kinda makes some sense. As in various speculations, Goro is referred for being a light of hope for those who have suffered the wrath of the ELECTRO ARCHON. As for his abilities, he's said to have unique immunity shields which might make him invincible for a certain period of time. So this is gonna be very interesting as to how things turn up in the future, as Goro is speculated to release during the Baal Banner. So now moving on to the new Ayaka news, which was speculated by the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor team, who's another trusted source of the Genshin community. So they posted this a few hours ago. So as for ascension of Ayaka, farming of materials won't be that hard, and the players might get used to the pattern of farming over time. And as for the world quests, miHoYo is trying to implement real-time features, so that would take a lot of time to complete them, and almost all the quests would have multiple parts. So this is indeed a good news, as the players might be able to spend much more time in explorations of the islands and completion of the world quests. So now moving on to the new Google update, as miHoYo has collaborated with Google, so for every purchase you make starting from 1 July to 30th of July, you might get a Google chair and table which will be added in your teapot as a special reward. And yeah, I forgot to mention a very important update relating Magu Kenki and all the future playable characters. So according to the latest speculations by the beta testers, the recently introduced Magu Kenki is acting as a test model for all the future playable characters. So it means that that all the skills used by the Magu Kenki might be implemented in the future characters, so they might be having even same or some improved mechanics. Honestly, they should just start releasing more and more info, as it is getting very much hyped up. So that's basically it for today's video. Just thought I'll update y'all on the latest news about new Ayaka and 1.7 changes, new Ayato and Baal info, which gives us an idea of her weapon choice, and an updated Goro info which everyone is excited about. Of course, these are speculations, and if any update pops out, I'll be sure to make a video on that. So I hope this video was helpful, so make sure to subscribe so that you won't miss any latest news and info related to Genshin like this. As always, I'll see you all in the next video with some new news. Until then, stay safe and stay picky.